Hey guys, Haithi back. I thought I'd bring you guys a mid lane tier list for patch 7.3. It's either 7.3 or 7.2. I'm not sure which patch this is. Currently, the patch that we're playing on live is the Mulan patch, but the patch this tier list is for is gonna be it's gonna be for the patch after the Mulan patch, the patch where they show the Haithi 5. Hopefully that clears that up. I'm pretty sure that's 7.3. Yeah, I'm like 90% sure it's 7.3, but if I'm like wrong, I'm sorry, but this is for 7.3. This is the mid lane tier list. I'm gonna go over this really quick. I'd recommend, if you're playing ranked, to use this tier list. Play the shit up here. Don't go near the shit down here. I'm just gonna go over why I think everything is where it is. Starting off, we got Persephone and S+. Persephone was the best mid laner in the game, and they buffed her this patch, so like not much to say. Like, she was literally the best, and they said, fuck it, let's buff her, so she's even better now. The next four, I think these are your like best five these are the mid laners that get banned a lot. So like usually in ranked, Cuckoo gets banned a lot, Persephone gets banned a lot, Heimdall gets banned a lot, and then Merlin and Morrigan get banned every so often. These are your go-to mid laners. These are the mid laners gonna win a lot by playing, because these are the OP shit. So Persephone, definitely the best by a mile. Heimdall, still insanely fucking strong. This god's dumb. His sword does a lot of damage. His horn does a lot of damage. Bifrost is probably one of the best, if not the best, escapability in the game. His ult is insane for picking people out or just to peel. Like, his ult does so much cool shit. Like, literally, if you're ever getting tower dove, you can literally just, you don't even have to ult out. You can just ult the person tower diving you, and they're set into fucking Niflheim for 3 fucking seconds, 4 seconds, however long, and you can walk away. Cuckoo got his 1 nerfed, his 3 nerfed, his passive nerfed, and his ult nerfed, and I still think he's going to be pretty solid in ranked especially. Alright, Merlin's the next god, where he just recently got nerfed, but patch 7.3 has not dropped yet, so we don't know how much the nerfs are actually going to affect him. The only thing his nerf really hit him for was his objective burn, because his fire stance too got nerfed. But besides that, Merlin's still Merlin. He still has a really good escape, really good damage, really good poke, really good objective burn, really good CC. This god has fucking everything. And then Morrigan is literally just a magical Loki. She's gonna cheese one-shot you and then can turn into any character she likes. She can literally cheese one-shot you, turn into an assassin, and then cheese one-shot someone else. Like, this character is dumb. If you get good at her, this is probably your best ranked god to play. Next, we got Onher and Chernobog. I'm kind of lumping Onher and Chernobog together. These gods are really good in mid right now. They're probably the 2 best mid lane hunters, unless you want to count Oleron as a mid lane hunter. Also, Uller, I kind of want to hover in between A and A+, but like you're not able to do that on this website. I'd count Uller with Chernobog and Onher, but Uller's just a lot harder to play and it requires a lot more like skill at the god, while Onher and Chernobog aren't as mechanically like heavy. Like, these guys are really safe. They do a lot of damage. Crit is really good now, and they're hunters, which is obviously really good. They do a lot of damage, have good escapes, and have safe wave clear. Plus Chernobog has a global ult, which is always like really good. Disco would normally be A, but she is A+ just for her passive. Her passive is so good. Even if like you're not doing much as Disco, just being alive and giving someone your passive is amazing. So as long as you're not inting, Disco's a good pick. Hell's an amazing pick. A, because Hell does a lot of damage. B, because Hell's a healer. Damage and healing are really good in ranked and comp, because like it forces anti-heal to be bought, and high damage is high damage. Also, the other good thing about Hell is Hell's cleanse really fucks Persephone, so her being a somewhat counter to one of the best gods in the game really helps her out. Hera's an A+ just because she's safe and easy and very simplistic, and Polymorph's a really good ability. But Hera's just a very easy god, doesn't require too much skill, just Argus shield, anyone goes near you, Polymorph, and then you win. Oleron, I think, is sleeper, like really good right now. I don't think people realize how sick this god is. Oleron's ult has always been amazing. It's arguably like top 3 ults in the game. Oleron ult is fucking dumb. And he also does a lot of damage, and next patch they're buffing the magical rings T2, so that's good for him, because obviously you want to be buying those rings on him. And on top of that, they have lifesteal boots, which I have not tried out because, you know, the patch isn't live yet, but lifesteal boots may be kind of good on him. CD boots are probably still the way you want to go, but you never know. Raijin's just, you know, does a lot of damage, has a decent escape. That's it. It does a lot. That's literally... Raijin and Scylla both do a lot of damage and have a really good escape. These two are like, you know, you're just like pretty much the same thing. Thoth, I think is more similar to... So like if you consider Raijin and Scylla on her in Chernobog, I want you to consider Thoth like if you consider Raijin and Scylla on her in Chernobog, consider Thoth Uller. I do have Thoth higher up because I think, you know, he still does he's not as like hard to play as Uller, but Thoth's escape isn't the best, and if anyone ever dives Thoth and his dash is down, there is no way in hell you're turning that. At least on Raijin, you can try and kill him before they kill you. Scylla, you still have Sikkim. On Thoth, if your dash is ever down, you die. That's as simple as that. You are dead. But his long range poke is really good. Thoth is actually a pretty good matchup into Merlin, decent matchup into Cuckoo, and pretty good matchup into Heimdall. His Morgan matchup's because if you ever lose track of her, she's just going to one-shot you. But his matchups into these three are actually pretty decent. X-Ball mid, I know a lot of you are going to call me like dumb for this one, but you got to trust me on this. Play X-Ball mid and max your 1 and tell me he doesn't fucking swing. Just go into your... Practice him in casuals. Don't do this in ranked. You're going to int. But just go into your casuals, play X-Ball mid, and trust me on this. This dude bops. Agni, just a really... now we're going to go into the A tier. Agni, just really safe, good damage, good escape, nothing too special. I think his damage is lower than these two, but like nothing really too good about Agni. AMC, he just got buffed, or I might have put him a little lower, but like I think AMC is good, just no one plays him. Nothing really to say about AMC. Good wave clear, a lot of DPS. Anubis actually is better than a lot of people think. I think it's arguable to say Anubis could be hovering. Oh, you can make gods hover? How the fuck? Wait, what? How did I do that? What? Wait a minute. This changes the game. Uller, hover. Oh my god. Who else did I want to make hover? I didn't know you could do this. Alright, Uller's hovering. That's so cool. I didn't know you could do that. I really didn't. But Anubis is really good. Lifesteal magical items are actually pretty powerful right now, and Anubis utilizes them really well. And this is the patch where they're adding lifesteal boosts into the game, so that's even better for him. Aphrodite just got buffed, so she's probably the best out of, like, you know, she's doing pretty well compared to her, you know, her like Chang'e down here. I feel like whenever Afro's good, Chang'e's good. Whenever Chang'e's good, Afro's good. But like, Afro with her new buff is going to be a lot safer in mid, just because like you clear the wave a lot better. So now you can just throw your birds and then run under the tower. Throw your birds, run into the tower. It's like the similar concept to Cuckoo, where you throw your tornado and run out of tower. Chiron is just a worse version of Hell. Does damage, provides less healing than Hell, and has a worse cleanse than Hell. That's all he is. Hachiman is a worse version of these two guys. Has good wave clear, good escape. Better, arguably a better ult than on her, but not as good as Chernobog. But like, Hachiman doesn't bring too much to the table. He's just like a safe mid pick. Hebo's only good if you're good at him. If you do bad at Hebo, I think you're going to int. But Hebo's a really good ranked pick. You know, once he gets 1 or 2 kills online, gets those what are those Bancrofts. Once he gets Bancrofts online, he just walks through everyone. He kind of goes PogChamp. Hou Yi's next up. I actually think Hou Yi's up here, but Hou Yi takes a lot of map knowledge. You got to know where your bounces are. You got to know where everything is, and then Hou Yi becomes as good as these guys right here. If you know your bounces really well, you could argue Hou Yi. Oh, you could argue Hou Yi's like, how do I do? Oh, okay, so it has to be the edge to hover. You could argue Hou Yi's over here if you know your bounces well enough, but knowing bounces also requires people to like walk into the bounces sometimes. So like, his Suns is really good and his Mark is really good, and depending on how well you know your bounces, that's how well you're going to do on this god. Isis is another god that I actually want to hover. Oh, this is so AIDS. How do I do this, Hi-Res, please? Okay, let's reset Isis. Oh, reset Isis and then move her here. Oh. You know what? They're not going to let me hover another god, so just imagine Isis is next to Uller. Isis is really good damage, and Circle of Protection's a really strong ability. It's just she gets dove a lot, but with Blink being nerfed, she's going to get dove less, which makes her good. That's why I want to hover her, but it won't let me. Nox, if you hit every single Nox combo in the game, she's up here. Realistically, you're not going to do that, so she's here. Good damage, good CC, really underrated ult. Nuwa, I think Nuwa would have been down here, but her minions just got buffed, which makes her here. You know, she applies Divine to like everyone on the map with one button click, which is really nice. She has a stun, even though it's kind of situational, it's still a decent stun. Has a root that's kind of hard to hit. Has invisibility, which is, you know, never bad. But like Nuwa doesn't really do anything much. Now that I think about it, fuck Nuwa. Even with her minion buff, she's moving back here. Nuwa ain't shit. Let's move Ullage. You know what? Ullage can just stay in A, because he doesn't want to fucking move. Alright. Next god is Poseidon. I think Poseidon is similar boat in Isis. Has a really good ult. Does a lot of damage, but gets caught out a lot. But with Blink being nerfed, that helps him a lot. Because he gets dove less. The same can be said for Ra and Vulcan. These like 4 mages are all in a pretty similar group. I think Isis is still better than all of them because she has a bunch of CC, but like those mages are in the same boat. They do a lot of damage, they just get caught out a lot. B+, Opwash is a counter pick to healing. Besides that, he's like Empty the Crypts is good, but there's no real reason to pick him. Medusa I think is on the weaker side of Hunter's mid. I don't know, like I don't really see why you'd pick her either. Like she's just kind of a hunter that exists. Her ult's good, but like why would you ever pick Medusa over an on her Chernobog or a Hou Yi, you know? Hou Yi ult matches her ult, and like that's her whole shtick is like her ult. So you need like maybe an Athena or something that goes well with her ult. Neith's ult is really good, and that's what like maybe I think Neith would be hovering. I'm a genius, I did the hover again. Neith is hovering just because of her ult. She has a really solid ult, rest of the kit is overwhelming, backflip kind of sucks. We already talked about Nuwa. Zeus would be down here, but with Blink getting nerfed, he's up here. Insane amounts of damage, but that's all he brings, sadly. Chang'e is just a worse version of Hell, so she's down here. I love playing Chang'e personally, but she doesn't bring anything to the table. Kronos, I think, is good in jungle and ADC. In mid, on the other hand, I feel like he gets outclassed and outpoked by a lot of these other mages. I don't think Kronos has a really good spot in the mid lane right now, but his ADC is really good. Janus is arguably down here. I think Janus sucks dick. Janus is my favorite mage in the game and my favorite mid laner to play, so it hurts my soul to say this. But Janus is just bad. He does nowhere near enough damage than what he needs to do. If you're not like one-shotting a carry with your ult, you do nothing as Janus. He's just kind of awful. His ult, like portaling people all to one place is really valuable, but then like you portal them all there and then you just do no damage, and then what? Like, Janus just sucks. Hades and Zhang both good in the solo lane. In the mid lane, they're kind of bad. They don't really do much. They have to walk up too far into the wave to clear. They can get poked really easily. Yes, they have healing, but anti-heal is really good right now, so why would you want to play these? Scotty, again, is a cheese pick. If you're against someone that's good, isn't going to work. Soul, her ADC is alright, but her mid lane just non-existent. All she does is like split push mid tower. And then Baron is the worst mid laner in the game. No questions asked. Baron is awful. He does absolutely nothing. He can't clear waves. He doesn't do absolutely nothing. It's just he gives you 0 early pressure. You will be clearing wave 1 and your enemy will be clearing the 3rd wave. Like, he cannot kill minions, so he can't do red buff, so he can't do back camps. So the enemy mid laner will be level 3 and you'll be level 1. And then it's like, you die. Like, the god does nothing. In solo and support, it's a completely different story, but in mid, this god is awful. And then any god I didn't include here, I don't think you can play in mid, or like, isn't a good mid. Like, obviously you can say Apollo and Cupid and like all the hunters are mid laners, but here are the only reasonable, viable mid laners, I think. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Remember, if you ever get one of these gods in ranked, that is a good thing. These are your gods you want to aim for, and if these gods are banned, go for these gods. Everything below A+ is your like comfort pick zone. You want to get good at these gods, A+ and above. These are your like really good gods right now. Thank you for watching though. I hope you enjoyed the tier list. If you want to see something, just comment it and I'll work on it right away. Thank you, love you, bye bye guys.